What toxic family tradition did you break that cost you everything? I come from what looks like a picture-perfect family from the outside. Growing up, we were the family that always hosted Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter, 4th of July, literally any occasion where people gather. My mom is like obsessed with keeping up appearances and has this thing about family loyalty that was drilled into me since I could walk. The thing about our family gatherings is they had all these unspoken rules. Like, we had to act happy no matter what. We had to pretend everything was fine even when it wasn't. And most importantly, we never, ever talked about anything uncomfortable that happened during these gatherings outside of them. My mom would literally say, "What happens at family dinner stays at family dinner," like it was some kind of twisted Vegas slogan. When I was younger, I didn't realize how messed up this was. Like, I thought all families had these weird secret pacts. But as I got older, I started noticing how my dad would get super drunk at these events. And not just regular drunk, but mean drunk. He'd start making these jokes that weren't actually jokes. They were just straight up insults directed at whoever was annoying him that day. Sometimes it would be my mom, calling her stupid for forgetting something small. Sometimes my cousins, making fun of their weight or career choices. But a lot of times it was me. He'd say stuff like how I was getting thick, or how I'd never find someone to marry me if I kept being so uptight about everything. If I ever showed any sign that this hurt my feelings, my mom would corner me later and tell me to stop being so sensitive because that's just how he is, and he doesn't mean anything by it. After every gathering, we'd all pretend like nothing happened. Next day, total amnesia. No one ever acknowledged it. If I tried to bring it up like, "Hey, that thing Dad said last night was really hurtful," my mom would literally act like I was making it up, like gaslighting level 100. As I got older, I started dreading these gatherings. My anxiety would spike days before. I'd literally rehearse how to respond to potential insults in my head. But there was this unspoken rule that attendance was mandatory. Missing a family gathering was like the ultimate betrayal in my mom's eyes. Fast forward to Christmas 3 years ago. I had just started dating this really sweet guy, Alex. We'd been together about 6 months, and I finally worked up the courage to bring him to Christmas dinner. I was so nervous because I knew my dad would probably be at his worst. Holiday stress plus alcohol, horror disaster. I warned Alex that my dad could be a bit much, but TBH, I downplayed it because I was embarrassed. Dinner started fine. My mom was showing off her perfect turkey. My aunt was bragging about her son Justin's new promotion. Everything was going according to the script. Then my dad started drinking. 1 glass of wine turned into the whole bottle, and then he moved on to whiskey. About halfway through dinner, he started in on me. First it was jokes about how I finally found someone willing to date me. Then he moved on to criticizing my job, saying I wasted my education. Alex looked increasingly uncomfortable but was trying to be polite. Then my dad started asking Alex these really invasive questions about his income and making comments about how he probably couldn't afford to keep me happy. I could see Alex was getting upset but still being respectful. Then my dad made this horrible comment about how Alex should keep me on a tight leash because I was too emotional like all the women in the family. And the worst part? Everyone just laughed. Like it was just another funny joke. My mom, my aunts, my cousins, all laughing. Something in me just broke, like completely shattered. I stood up and told my dad he was being a bully and had been my entire life, and that I was done pretending his behavior was okay. I told everyone at the table they were complicit for laughing and enabling him year after year. My mom's face went white. My dad looked like he'd been slapped. Then he got angry, started yelling about respect, and how dare I embarrass him in front of everyone. My mom tried to smooth things over, telling me to apologize. When I refused, she got this look I'd never seen before, like I'd betrayed her in some fundamental way. She told me if I couldn't respect my father in his own house, then maybe I shouldn't be there. So Alex and I left. I was shaking and crying in the car. He was supportive, but I could tell he was shocked by the whole thing. What I didn't expect was the fallout. My phone blew up with texts from family members, not supporting me, but telling me how I'd ruined Christmas, how I was selfish and dramatic, how I'd humiliated everyone. My mom called the next day to tell me I needed to apologize to everyone, especially my dad.